Hi, I'm Yui.
Hi, I'm Tasuna, and this is our presentation on genetically modified animals.
For this project, we used an article we found on the internet called What is Biotechnology Transgenic Animals?
The date of the formation of the website has not been mentioned on the webpage.
The site from which we found the article is known as whatisbiotechnology.org, which is an educational resource site.
The website has been designed and written by the Silico research team. Genetic engineering generally refers to the use of tools of modern biotechnology and molecular biology to introduce new genetic material, genes, or delete or alter existing genetic material to introduce intended new traits or characteristics. Genes are the chemical blueprints that determine an organism's traits. Moving genes from one organism to another transfers those traits. Through genetic engineering, organisms can be given targeted combinations of new genes, and therefore new combinations of traits that did not occur in nature, and indeed cannot be developed by natural means. Such an approach is different from classical plant and animal breeding, which operates through selections across many generations for traits of interest. Classical breeding operates only on traits, only indirectly selecting genes, whereas biotechnology targets genes, attempting to influence traits. The potential of biotechnology is to rapidly accelerate the rate of progress and efficiency of breeding.
A genetically modified animal, or transgenic animal, is one that contains additional or altered genetic material through the use of modern biotechnology tools that is intended to give the animal a new trait or characteristic. The first stage of the creation of a genetically modified animal is the isolation of the gene that encodes the desired protein. The next stage involves the vitrofertilization of egg cells collected from the desired animal. Using the technique of microinjection, the isolated gene encoding the desired protein is introduced to the egg cell before the fusion of chromosomes from the egg and sperm. The fertilized eggs are cultivated in the laboratory, and then the embryos are implanted into the uteri of surrogate mothers. If the offspring produce the desired protein, further breeding takes place until a new brood which synthesizes the protein is developed. Biofarm mammals are those that have undergone genetic engineering, make them produce particular substances such as human insulin for pharmaceutical use. Here we see the milk produced by a curative camel, which can be used to make insulin. Research animals may be engineered to make them more susceptible to particular diseases such as cancer, in order to give us a better understanding of the disease and develop new therapies. Xenotransplant animals are being engineered so they can be used as sources of cells, organs, or tissue, which can be used for the transplantation into humans. Companion animals are modified to enrich or enhance the interaction with humans, such as this hypoallergenic dog, which, if it introduced to a person who is allergic to dogs, would have no reaction. Disease-resistant animals may be used for food or for biofarm applications. These animals have received modifications that make them resistant to common diseases such as metisis, a very painful infection of the udder in dairy cows. Food-use animals have been engineered to provide healthier meat, such as pigs that contain healthy omega-3 fatty acids at levels comparable to those of fish. Here we see a modified Atlantic salmon, which is 3 times as big as the normal salmon.
Why use GMOs? Genetically modified animals are a huge jump in the development of the biotechnology industry and are of great use to humans. They can be of great benefit to society in the future, and here's why. Transgenic animals are used in clinical trials research. Certain transgenic animals, such as the Harvard mouse, are injected with different human diseases and viruses so that they can be used as test objects to trial different forms of treatments and medicines. This is a benefit to human society, as it will help treat diseases. Certain transgenic animals, such as genetically modified pigs, can even be used as organ donors if humans need be. Transgenic animals are also of great benefit in terms of their food value. Transgenic animals, such as the super cow, are modified to provide more tender meat and less fat, which provides an economical boost to the agricultural and farming industries.
In the USA, the public's opinion of genetically modified animals is very mixed. From the polls conducted from 2001 to 2006, we know that the general knowledge of the public in terms of biotechnology is quite low, which has a lot to do with their point of view. In terms of food, the polls indicate that the public has strong support for the labelling of genetically modified foods, with one of the polls finding that 93% of all the respondents supporting the mandatory labelling of the food. However, another poll found that 75% of the respondents had concerns about the use of genetic engineering in food. Half were aware of the use of biotechnology in many packaged products today, and of all the respondents of the poll, 67% said they would not eat genetically modified meat, and another 75% said they would not eat genetically modified fish.
The government's point of view on GMOs. Governments worldwide possess mixed views on genetically modified animals. Despite this, the industry continues to proliferate. Although most governments have not yet said yes, neither no, to the notion of transgenic animals, they do put forth their moral and ethical issues concerning the topic. One issue presented is the notion of animal rights and how transgenic animals violates this notion. It is argued that transgenic animals are treated not as separate entities of value, but simply as human property. Some questions concerning the ethics and morals of transgenic animals are animals that combine species an unethical alteration of the natural order of the universe? Will there be unforeseen side effects with the alteration of an animal's genetic modification for a specific purpose? Religions also may be against the notion of transgenic animals, so governments must too take that into account. Questions posed by religions are: God laid down the structure of creation and tampering with it is sinful. Manipulating DNA is manipulating life itself, and God did not intend this.
After all the research we have done on this project over genetically modified animals, the senior and I still have some questions. The first question: how much of the food we eat every day contains traces of genetic engineering? The second question: how safe is genetically altered food to eat? And the third question: the level of impact genetic modification of animals will have on humans in the future. Thank you for watching a presentation on genetically modified animals.